April is actually Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and a great time to learn more about volunteering in our community. Dallas CASA needs dedicated community volunteers to advocate for children in foster care who have experienced abuse or neglect. Paige is live at Dallas CASA to learn more.
Hey, good morning to you and good morning, Texas. You know, there are a few things as noble as serving as a volunteer for kids that are in foster care. And I am so excited to once again be here at Dallas CASA. And I have wonderful people I want to introduce you to. This is Kathleen Lavage. She is the president and CEO of Dallas CASA. This is Mike Bronson. He is with Crest Cadillac, the general manager. And also we've got Mike Sullivan, who is a CASA volunteer. So they're going to be bringing each of their perspectives into this moment that we have together. Kathleen, I want to talk to you a little bit. Let's talk about what Dallas CASA is all about.
So CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and we recruit, train, and supervise volunteer advocates who are appointed by our judges to child welfare cases where they serve the interests of child victims of abuse and neglect.
Wow. It's a fantastic mission. It's so needed, and it's something that is needed right here in our community. So now, of the two Mikes, Mike Bronson, let's talk a little bit about your involvement. You have been an advocate for Dallas CASA for many, many years, and you've also made sure that Cadillac was a part of this mission. What is it about the mission of Dallas CASA that keeps you engaged as a supporter and advocate, and also with your family members serving as volunteers?
Well, there's a lot to be said about that. Mainly, Jana, my wife, she became a CASA volunteer about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. So when she was walking through the mall, doing her thing and finding out the, process of being an advocate, she said, hey, it should be something that maybe we should get together on in, our business. So that's what we did. And we just feel like you got to take care of the kids. The bottom line are the kids. And those beautiful babies have to be taken care of because sometimes they don't get that opportunity to be taken care of, in their own homes. And that's where the CASA volunteers come in. They're there taking care of them, looking to see what's happening with them, and giving advice to, CASA to decide what's going to happen.
Right, because they're really serving as their advocates.
That's right.
You are matched and paired with a child that needs an advocate. Every child certainly deserves one, and that's where Dallas CASA serves, is that opportunity to bridge these volunteers with these children. Well, now to Mike Sullivan. I'm going to scoot over here. So, Mike, you have now been kind of considered a volunteer extraordinaire. Very impressive, I would say. I'm sure you have many other titles, but that one behind your name is probably the most notable. Let's talk a little bit about what is it about volunteering for Dallas CASA that has been so rewarding for you?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say that all the volunteers are really extraordinary. I think that being a CASA volunteer, it's sort of, I heard it said that it's sort of the highest return that you can get on your volunteer investment, and I really agree with that. The amount of time that you put in, the return on that just for yourself is huge. Two other things, though. Just watching these kids blossom under the guidance of their caregivers, I mean, it's amazing. There's all kinds of challenges in the world, but it's pretty cool to tune into that goodness. And then getting connected with these caregivers. I mean, they're really absolutely heroes, and it's inspiring.
Yeah, it's really interesting from what I've heard when I've spoken to Mike and other volunteers as well, is that really we benefit from that experience as much as the child benefits. But let's talk about the importance. Why is it so important that there are volunteers serving in advocate roles?
So for the last 6 years, we've been able to accept court appointments to 100% of Dallas County child welfare cases. And that's just extraordinary because of what our volunteers bring. They have that caring connection with each child. They are the constant, the adult who shows up when they say they will. And it's just so important so that the child doesn't feel limited or restricted by their time in foster care. And so you as an individual can make such an impact And if this sounds like something that speaks to you, that you think would be meaningful for you, we hope you'll go to DallasCASA.org and register for one of our information sessions, because our volunteers have every kind of experience and background.
Right.
Very few are social workers
And
or lawyers.
it's such a big need that you have an opportunity to help a child thrive, which I can't think of another thing that has a bigger impact that you can have than making an impact on the life of a child. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, Dallas CASA, as you heard, is looking for community volunteers to advocate for children in foster care. By becoming an advocate, you can help give the most vulnerable children in our community a path to a brighter future. Go to DallasCASA.org. We will be right back.